But first, a Unity Point patient says healthcare workers gave her a dangerous drug, then pressured her into getting an abortion. That's where we begin tonight. I'm Eugene Daniel.
And I'm Lauren Langer. DeLon Dillard spoke with that woman and explains why she's filed a lawsuit. DeLon.
Yeah, Lauren, Eugene, Renisha Morris originally went to the hospital for a psychiatric evaluation. It was then she learned that she was pregnant, and after that, she says things went wrong.
Unity Point Health is under scrutiny after a Peoria woman accuses them of negligence. Renisha Morris is claiming a nurse mistakenly injected her with methotrexate while she was pregnant. That drug is used to treat cancer and arthritis, and it's also a drug that could cause birth defects.
Renisha told the doctors during this meeting that she was willing to take the risk, that she wanted to give this baby a chance, and that she hoped it was a girl.
The suit says hospital leaders met with Renisha several times, telling her to terminate her pregnancy because of what the drug exposure could do to her baby. After that Chicago press conference, I spoke with Morris on FaceTime. She tells me she felt pressured to abort her child.
I had hopes that maybe it could be, normal, something good can come out of it. But over the meetings and over the time, they were adamantly telling me, like, there's no way that this would be a normal child.
After several weeks, Morris says officials sent her $2,000 in cash to convince her to get the abortion. The suit continues saying, due to pressure placed on her through meetings and lack of information about hospital responsibility, Morris felt no choice but to terminate the pregnancy. And with that $2,000 in cash, she says she did just that.
I brought on this lawsuit to bring awareness to the situation because you cannot put a price on an innocent life. And I don't want another woman to ever have to go through this.
And we obtained a letter allegedly signed by Unity Point officials. In it, leaders claim Renisha didn't have the money to make an informed decision, and that's why they offered her that $2,000. Now, her lawyer says every conversation in this case has been documented with the exception of that one. We did reach out to Unity Point officials, and they have not responded. Lauren.
DeLon, thank you. A woman is fighting for her life after reports of a large fight near Schmeger Park in Peoria. Witnesses called police saying several people were fighting, spilling into the street and nearby yards. While officers were on the way, they stopped a car leaving that area and found a woman stabbed in the neck inside of the car. She was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. A minor was also found with injuries. He's expected to recover. If you know who or what started that fight, police are asking you to call them.
The driver police believe hit and killed Trooper Brooke Jones Story is in custody tonight. That state trooper had pulled her squad car over to inspect another vehicle on March 28th when she was hit by a semi-truck. Jones Story died at the scene, and today officials arrested 55-year-old Craig Dittmar of Stockton. He's now charged with reckless homicide and driving and operating a commercial vehicle while fatigued, causing death. Now, since her death, law enforcement agencies have been asking drivers to heed Scott's law. That requires drivers to slow down and change lanes if they see an emergency vehicle on the side of the road.
Lawyers defending accused murderer Kirk Zimmerman are working to poke holes in the evidence gathered by police at the scene. Zimmerman is accused of killing his ex-wife Pamela at her office in 2014. Manash Gumgari has been in the courtroom all week following this very closely and explains what jurors heard today.
Well, today was all about the crime scene. We saw well over 100 pictures taken by Scott Mathewson, who was the detective tasked with taking photos and retrieving biological evidence from the scene the day after Pamela Zimmerman was murdered. Mathewson says in addition to the pictures, he swabbed down a number of items and pieces of furniture to see if any DNA from one of their 3 suspects was present. The prosecution says there's a good chance Kirk Zimmerman was wearing gloves when he committed the crime. To counter that argument, the defense then asked this.
You can still, even though you're wearing gloves, deposit DNA at a potential crime scene, can't you?
You potentially could by simply, if the glove's on your hand, you touch part of your face, you put your hand in your mouth, you put your DNA on the outside of that glove.
As a matter of fact, we've spent a couple days now going through all this. There's not a single piece of physical evidence that comes back to a recognition that Kirk Zimmerman was at 2103 Washington.
There was no physical evidence that I recovered that matched Kirk Zimmerman.
An intern that was working inside Pam's office the day she was murdered was also on the stand today. She said she had never seen Kirk Zimmerman during her time there, and she also noted that when she left that day early, she left 2 people in Pam's office, and that was Pam and her client Eldon Whitlow. She also says when she left the office, she saw nothing suspicious. Well, the judge ordered a recess until Monday, and so I will be back that day to give you guys live updates. For now, in Bloomington, I'm Manash Kungwari.
Well, Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan is once again going for Representative Rodney Davis's seat. Today, she announced her 2020 run for Congress. She says Congress needs new leadership and she can protect the health care of Illinois families. Last fall, if you recall, the Democrat lost to Davis by roughly 1% of the vote. A spokesperson for Davis, meanwhile, says that voters rejected Londrigan because of these liberal policies just 5 months ago.
In other news, a bipartisan bill aimed at reducing sexual harassment in the workplace unanimously clears the Senate. The bill limits the use of non-disclosure agreements that could prevent employees from reporting sexual harassment. It would allow victims of harassment to take unpaid leave from work to get help. The legislation would also prevent union representatives from representing the accused harasser and victim in disciplinary hearings. After it was vetoed by then-Governor Bruce Rauner, a plan to increase the minimum wage is now one step closer to reality. The Illinois House passed Bill 2078 yesterday, and a similar bill passed the Senate today. Leaders from both chambers now say they'll work together to come up with a proposal to send to the governor.
25 people living in the city of Chillicothe could soon receive up to $200 from the Chillicothe Police Department. On May 1st, Chillicothe PD will open its camera partnership reimbursement program. Here's how that works. Residents who want to take part will be given or reimbursed $200 to buy a security camera for their home or business, and then allow the police to have access to the cameras if crime happens in the area. The police department has $5,000 in the program, so again, up to 25 households can benefit. And a Peoria community is getting a complete remodel worth nearly $20 million. Very soon, Pearson Hills will be known as Parkwood Commons. An Ohio-based affordable housing company is purchasing 100 units at Pearson Hills. And in the first phase of development, the company plans to completely renovate living spaces, both interior and exterior. Neighborhood leaders say this project has been needed for a long time.
We've had some renovation over the years, but nothing like what Wallach is talking about. So we're very excited that they're coming into this community and willing to take on this project and really make a difference for the lives of so many families that truly need safe, decent, and affordable housing.
Wallach Communities plans to begin construction in late July or early August. It also says that it will build a community building and a new playground where kids can play.
Well, scattered showers and thunderstorms, at least mainly showers, but a few stray strikes here and there. Take a look at our almanac. Those showers continue to roll on through, but before they arrived, we got the 73 today. The rain is eventually going to wind down tonight, and our temperatures, well, those are going to be all over the place for the next several days. I'll explain with your full forecast coming up next.
Captioning on WMBD, sponsored by Uftring Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
I'm Mike Bambrick, General Manager of Uftring Ford. When you see our Uftring price, it means something. It's a real price on a real Ford, delivered straight to you by the team you've known for years. That's why we won't be undersold on any new Ford. We'll see you down by the river at Uftring Ford in East Peoria.
Get your golf on. Season passes available at the Golf Learning Center.
Go. An amazing deal.
A large, made from scratch, pepperoni sausage or cheese pizza for only $5 on Fridays from Papa Murphy's.
Oh, we're so winning game night tonight. For $5 on Fridays, get a large sausage, cheese, or pepperoni thins. We make it, you bake it. Papa Murphy's.
Vonderheide Floor Coverings Company. We've been flooring customers for over 70 years.
Here's your Buick, sir.
Actually, that's my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Get up to 14% below MSRP on most of these 2019 Buick models. That's just over $3,700 on this 2019 Encore Preferred. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional 7% below MSRP when you finance through GM Financial.
Listen, I love to grill, but we don't always have time.
Go get them.
That's when Johnsonville Flame Grilled Sausage is perfect. Tastes grilled because Johnsonville already grilled it. So you get that famous Johnsonville flavor any night of the week.
This is Fred. He's dancing like nobody's watching. And because all of the devices on Fred's Wi-Fi network are protected with Xfinity XFi, literally nobody's watching. Except the millions of you, of course.
Wait, millions of people are watching?
Yeah, we're making a commercial.
If it's connected, it's protected with Xfinity XFi. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $30 a month for 12 months. Plus, add XFi Advantage for enhanced network security. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Auto Show savings in the heart of Chevy country. At Huff-Train in Washington, we're out to be your #1 Chevy dealer with supercharged savings on 300 new Chevys and the best Silverado selection in Central Illinois. We're your one-stop, low-price Chevy truck dealer. Huff-Train Chevy in Washington.
This portion of WMBD News is sponsored by Heartland Bank.
You live for moments like these. So let Heartland Bank help you plan for moments like this, while leaving plenty of time for this. Spend less time managing your money with Heartland Bank's digital banking options. Heartland Bank, helping you plan for those moments while living in this one. Heartland Bank, equal housing lender.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Linco Precision Ag Technology Solutions. Now, your local weather authority forecast from Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates.
Well, scattered showers continue to push through central Illinois. The risk of severe weather has diminished, but the threat for some gusty winds within these showers has not. That threat is going to linger through the next hour or two before everything finally pushes on out. Temperatures have dropped in the wake of the cold front. 55 degrees. Also, dew point starting to drop a little bit, now down to 48. South to southwest wind at 7 miles per hour here in Peoria. Lakin's temp is now 56, Galesburg 54. We're seeing temps in the mid 50s now along I-55, where we had temperatures in the mid 70s earlier today. Cold front continues to move through. There wasn't a lot of instability to begin with, so it really made it hard for any storms that were able to develop to sustain themselves. Now, keep in mind, if you go a couple thousand feet up into the air, we have some very strong winds coming in, so it won't take much for within some of these moderate showers for some of those stronger winds to be forced down to the ground. So Bloomington, Normal, Hayworth, you can be looking at some gusty winds within these showers. Even within some of these heavier downpours in and around the Peoria area, we might see the winds briefly kicking up. I don't think it's going to be anything significant, but don't be alarmed if you start hearing the wind rattling some of your windows for at least a very brief or short period of time. Now, as the cold front continues to work its way further east, it will eventually take all the rain with it. We've got some clearing skies now along the Mississippi River. That's expected to move on in by early tomorrow morning. So here's how Future Track handles everything. The moderate rain we are seeing now is going to continue for the next hour or so in Bloomington. I think after 11 o'clock we're done in Peoria. Some lingering showers may hold on through about 2 a.m. in Bloomington and Pontiac. Clear skies, however, by early tomorrow morning. Coldest temps tomorrow morning will be out west, where we'll see temps in the mid-30s, lower 40s elsewhere. Peoria, 40 degrees, 42 in Bloomington Normal. And then as Future Track shows you tomorrow, things looking pretty good, at least looking out the window. Unfortunately, it is looking a little windy. So here's a look at the wind speed forecast. Winds will be increasing by mid-morning. Sustained winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Could approach 30 miles per hour along I-55. The gusts are expected to hang around 45 miles per hour through tomorrow afternoon before finally beginning to subside tomorrow evening. Look at these temps. It's going to be much cooler tomorrow. Highs are back to the 40s and 50s. Peoria 54, but we could struggle to get to 50 in Henry County. This latest system moves out, but our eyes are on the next one. This one will not be a severe weather maker for central Illinois by any stretch of the imagination, but it is going to be a big severe weather potential, at least potentially a big severe weather maker for the southeast. Now we'll have to keep a close eye on this system because as it begins to move its way north, it's going to encounter some cold air, especially on the backside of the system. And the models at least want to pull the system a little further east. And if it can track far enough east, we could be looking at the potential for some snow in parts of central Illinois on Sunday. A couple things to keep in mind. Any snow falling during the day this time of year, likely not going to stick, but don't be surprised if we get some big, wet, heavy snowflakes falling in parts of central Illinois by Sunday. Now, it is severe weather season, even though we haven't really had much severe weather yet, but it's always good to be prepared. We have another radio programming event coming up this upcoming Tuesday, April 16th from 3 to 7 p.m. at Schnucks in Normal. Can't stress the importance of having one of these Midland weather radios, and we are going to be there to program those radios for you So come on by, say hi, purchase the weather radio at a discounted price, and we'll get you all set for when severe weather strikes. And in the next couple of weeks, the weather pattern looking pretty active. So we'll have our chances coming and going, and perhaps the next chance, depending on how that next system arrives Wednesday to Thursday, that might be it. So we'll see what happens. A long ways to go, but the roller coaster ride is going to continue for a while.
Oh, I believe it.
So my dad is scheduled to come in next week. Last year he came, it snowed really badly. He said he refused to deal with snow. He's scheduled to come in on Sunday. So there's a possibility
we were talking
there.
about this.
So
We were
talking about it for months.
Poor Dad, he can't get a break.
It's his fault. It's
He's
his
going to
fault.
think that we just always have snow here year round.
It's his fault. I blame him.
We'll be right back.
Breakfast on you?
Breakfast on me.
Here's to making your morning routine a little better. Get 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits or sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for just $4.
50 years. That's right. Door Siding and Window has been transforming homes for 50 years.
And we're celebrating with huge savings on all windows and doors.
And with our giant selection, you're sure to find the exact style you want.
But now with even bigger savings.
Don't trust your home to anyone. Let the pros at Door Siding and Window give your home a new look.
50 years of being the area's most trusted window and siding company.
Call Door Siding and Window today. doorsiding.com.
Larry's Legit Accounting.
Larry, Paul Sherman.
Oh, what do you want?
I heard it was your birthday.
It's also dangerously close to tax day, so what's your point?
We gotta celebrate. We're gonna have one of the biggest sales of the year.
Sounds like a fancy way of saying you're not getting me a gift.
Well, I know your favorite thing is saving money, so we're spreading the cheer to everyone.
That's nice. You didn't go to many birthday parties as a kid, did you?
Happy birthday, Larry. Remember, even you can stop into Sherman's now through April 15th and save during your birthday sale.
Yeah. Bye, Paul.
Coach, it's kind of hard to see the ball.
I've been there. I had a TV service with hardly any sports in 4K. Couldn't see any of the quality details. I switched to DirecTV. Now I get the most live sports in 4K.
So how does that help me?
You know what? It really doesn't. I don't know why I told you that. Go get him, Floyd.
Live sports that aren't in 4K are just Kinda TV. Switch from Dish and get a $100 reward card. Don't just Kinda TV, DirecTV.
From beauty to safety, big or small, custom bath solutions, we do it all. Give us a call for a free in-home estimate or stop by our showroom in the Prairie Home Alliance building to see our full line of products and meet our designers.
If Illinois continues to underfund our roads, more bridges will fail, more cars will crash, and more people will die. After years of neglect, Illinois infrastructure is failing at an alarming rate. Call your legislator. Tell them to invest in our safety. Lives are at stake.
I'm looking at that truck. Wow. That's awesome.
Everyone is excited about the all-new award-winning Chevy models.
They're all really cool cars.
Woo, I love it.
I like those lights.
Yeah. Look how beautiful this is. I can't stop staring at it.
Check them out for yourself at the auto show. Then go to your dealer to take advantage of an auto show deal like this. Get up to $1,000 auto show bonus cash on select Chevy models on top of most current offers. Visit us online at drivechevy.com.
This bag has been beautifying lawns all over central Illinois for decades. When you think of grass seed, think the 5-pound yellow bag at Kelly Seed.
You're watching WMBD News at 10.
The Neonatal Intensive Care Unit at OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois is having a baby boom of multiples.
Rebecca Brumfield got to see the sets of twins and triplets today and tells us why this is such a unique situation.
I think just ironically we have the perfect storm, and all these babies have kind of come together at the same time.
Babies bring such a miracle of life to expecting parents in central Illinois. But parents and NICU staff never expected over 1/3 of their babies being sets of multiples.
We want to make sure that babies are doing well, that they're healthy, that they get discharged from our neonatal ICU and go on to live productive lives.
The sets of multiples were not all due to in vitro fertilization, though. Some were natural. For first-time mom Jana Gunther, she and her husband tried to conceive naturally for 4 years before trying IVF, eventually getting 3 for the price of 1.
We got identicals, and this guy's our fraternal, so we got 3. Shocked. We were absolutely shocked.
Having this many sets of twins and triplets, along with being NICU babies, speaks highly of the care staff at OSF Healthcare Children's Hospital of Illinois.
Just the experience has been the best it can be. I mean, you're in the hospital still, but it's like just the staff here have been great. They've got therapists and counselors and people that are just at your beck and call and ready to making sure that these kids are getting the best care they can.
We try to provide the utmost of care with love for each of our babies. The challenges are having a lot of the same names, just to make sure that the medications are correct and the milk that's going to each of these babies are correct and the therapies are correct. But the staff has done a tremendous job.
In Peoria, Rebecca Brumfield, WMBD News.
Boy, I didn't even consider that, having the same names, how that could complicate. That's the cutest video we've seen all day, I'll tell you. And this isn't all either. There's yet another set of twins due to be born any day now.
Ah, my goodness, I love it. I love babies. I love it. Well, tonight's Extra Effort Award winner are bringing awareness to a disease that has deeply touched their team. Kurt Pegler has their story next in sports.
Right now, we're making deals you can't find anywhere else. I'm offering the ultimate deal on every new Jeep, because when the selection is this good, you'll always save money during Jeep Freedom Days at Uftring Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in North Beacon.
For over 45 years, Coach House Garages has been building more than just garages and sheds. We believe in designing and building you a space that fits your life, budget, and dreams. Coach House Garages, the trusted name in custom garages for over 45 years.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
When it comes to my vision, having the right pair of glasses does more than help me see better. It makes me feel better.
Right now, at Bard Optical, with a purchase of a complete first pair, we'll knock 50% off your second pair. That's right, 50%. Bard Optical, vision for life.
Ray Dennison Chevrolet is putting on an auto show of their own this month. Save triple on Silverado, Malibu, Equinox. Factory discount, powerhouse discount, and a one-time only auto show discount. All your favorite Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all with triple discounts. That's why RayDennisonChevy.com is #1 for all the right reasons. The best Chevy selection, the biggest Chevy savings. Don't miss this one-time only event with 3 ways to save all month long.
Sending or receiving a text distracts a driver for about 5 seconds. At highway speeds, that's enough time to cover the length of a football field blindfolded. Keep your eyes on the road and not on your phone. The life you save may be your own.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, call LaFonte Law at 999-1111.
Honey, it's time to get our house and yard in shape for summer.
Let me guess. It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's pre-summer sale.
Come into Blaine's Farm and Fleet now and get Scott's Turf Builder Thicker Lawn, $49.99. Preen Weed Preventer Extended Control, just $34.99 plus $5 mail-in rebate. And all Livingston vegetable and flower seed packets are 25% off.
Wow! Things are shaping up for a great summer.
Your perfect summer starts at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Paradise, only on the Storm Tracker Skycam Network.
Yeah, Herman's better than Paradise.
Sponsored by UFS, where it's all about the deal.
Now on sale at UFS. Coors Light 24-pack, $16.99. Lux Kaskova Vodka, now $14.99. Josh Seller's Cabernet Sauvignon, now $10.99. UFS, it's all about the deal.
You saw the new Nissans at the auto show.
Now take advantage of incredible auto show savings at Uftring Nissan with 250 new Nissans on the ground and inbound, and even bigger savings on over 60 new Rogues. Let our family
take care of your family
at Uftring Nissan in Peoria.
Tonight, Cool Bear's got Blue Bloods.